Welcome to the channel, everyone. Today I'm going to be changing the fluid in the front diff on my Ranger 1500 XD. The front diffs on these machines, the 1000 and all the Razors and stuff, is fairly small. They don't use a lot of fluid, so it's a good idea to change that as often as you can, or as often as they say, I guess. I'm doing mine a little early, but they're notorious for being really dirty, the fluid. My 1000 was really bad. They actually changed the axle on my 1000. The fluid looks so bad. So I'm going to change this one. I got about 1,000 miles on it. So you're going to need the demand drive fluid, guys. You can't put nothing else in there. You got to put the demand drive stuff in there. You got to go to Polaris and get it. So it's not a lot. It doesn't cost a lot. This quart costs a lot, but you don't use a lot of it. I think you can get 2 or maybe 3 changes out of the quart for the axle. So I'm going to drain it. There's a drain plug underneath. There's a fill plug on the side, and I believe 8mm is the size of the Allen wrench. You're going to need an extension to get to the side one because it's way in there. Okay, so I'm going to pull the drain plug. Usually it's kind of messy if you do the drain plug before the other plug, but then if you pull the other plug, usually fluid leaks out, makes a mess anyway. So these plugs usually aren't on there real tight. Make sure you got clean them out so you get a good engagement with your wrench. Again, they shouldn't be on there that tight. I usually have a clean jug here just so I can see what kind of fluid I get out of this thing. Yeah, it don't look good. It's got that gray metallic look. Like I said, it ain't gonna drain the best because I still got the side plug in, so it's kind of like airlocked. But anyway, I'll let this drain, and then I'll show you kind of what the fluid looks like from the bench. It's a whole lot easier. Okay, so the fill plug is right in that hole. You got they got a hole in the frame there, or a tube welded, and that's how you get to it. Not the easiest thing to get to. Got a big long extension to actually get to that fill plug, or the level plug. That's how you check it. So here are the plugs. This is the fill plug. You notice it's just a standard plug. The drain actually has a magnet on there. It's a magnet. That's the stuff I got off that kind of metallic-y goo, which is I guess normal. Yeah, they got little O-rings on them. They're the same size Allen. The fluid here, and you can see it looks like mercury. Like it's grayish. It's a grayish color because it's full of metallic particles. Now this demand drive fluid, when it goes in, you can see it's clear. See that fluid? This is brand new demand drive fluid in that hose there. Perfectly clear. And this is what just drained out. This is why I like to get it drained out, because my 1000 looked just as bad. There's not a lot of fluid in there. Clean fluid is way better for your axle than this dirty stuff. So another thing I like to use is I got this little pump thing. I'll link it on Amazon. I pump the fluid in, stick that in the fill plug, pump it in there. Works really good. While I'm draining it, before I pull the pan away, I will pump just a tiny bit of new fluid in there to kind of flush out the stuff that might be in there. Just kind of a quick pump or two, flush that out. So I'm going to put my drain plug back in. I'm going to torque that to, I believe it's like 132 inch-pounds. That's inch-pounds. They have a foot-pound reading, but I forget it right now. The fill plug is just a little bit less torque. I'll tell you when I get to that point. Okay, so I'm going to fill this up. Got my fill plug ready because it's going to start running out the hole once I get enough fluid in there. Taking my deal. You ain't going to be able to see much of this, but I'm just taking this, sticking that in the fill plug. My little pumper's a little stiff here. It's not working quite like it used to. Used to work pretty good. There it goes. This needed to be worked, I guess. So I'm adding should be getting close. Stuck way too much in there. Don't do that. I got my long extension, got my inch-pound torque wrench just because it's easier. And I'm going to tighten her down. It's not a lot of torque. I mean, that is very little torque. You think you're really not getting them tight, but that's the torque specs that Polaris has. So now I got to kind of clean up in there. Got fluid on the skid plate there. It's probably going to leak. Probably going to leak for a little bit. But it is what it is. Kind of a messy deal, but you got to do it to change your fluids. So that's it, guys. Fluid change on the front diff on one of these 1500s. Not real hard. I made a mess. And you got to make a mess because the overflow is going to overflow on your skid plate. I tried to stuff paper or towels back in there, but it seems to kind of run everywhere anyway. But yeah, that's it, guys. Like I said, I like to change them because it gets terribly dirty with metallic particles in it. Like I said, my 1000 was the same exact way, but I know my older machines that I've had, my 900 And my older 6x6, the fluid was dirty, but it was not filled with metallic like that. But it seems to be kind of the new way with these new machines. So that's going to do it, guys. I'll see you.